Welcome everyone to Happiness Travels. My name's Jeremy, and today I'm working on another Sisters on the Fly trailer. If you don't know what Sisters on the Fly is, I'll drop a link down below, you can check it out. But it's an all-women's group that travels around the whole United States and other places in their awesome trailers. My mom has been a member for over 15 years, and she's actually the National Wrangler. But today, I am working on Nevada State's Wrangler and her 2017 Gulfstream Vintage Cruiser. And today, I'm going to show her, you, and everyone else watching how you can install a Fan-Tastic fan in your trailer. The Fan-Tastic fan model we are installing is a 2250. It's got all these fancy features right here. To install the new Fan-Tastic fan, first we gotta remove the old stationary vent that came with the trailer. So, the first step is the easiest step, followed by the hardest step out of this whole process. Let's get started. So first you're gonna need to unscrew this guy and pull it off. And then after that's removed, go ahead and remove the 4 screws. After the 4 screws are removed, you should be able to pull this guy down here and get that off. And then there is, if you can see, there's 1 screw up here and there's 1 screw up there we'll get down. After those screws are removed, this guy should come right down, just like that. All right, well that was the easy part, getting all this stuff off. Now we got to go up on the roof and remove all the old sealant around it so we can expose the screws and unscrew the screws. So let's go have fun doing that. All right, we are up on top of the roof now, and you can see all the sealant, the lap seal, that we need to remove. These are the 2 tools I typically use, a flathead screwdriver and some type of scraper. They have other tools out there. They probably even make some fancy one that makes it easier, but if you don't have that fancy tool, a scraper and a screwdriver will work just fine. All right, that wasn't too bad. After you remove all the old lap seal, you can go ahead and start unscrewing it. Now after all the screws are gone, then you want to go ahead and take your this guy here and kind of go around. You got to break it free from the butyl tape that's underneath. There we go. All right, and there we go. Got that guy removed. I'll go ahead and clean up the edges really good, and we'll go ahead and get ready to install. All right, back inside now, and the Fan-Tastic fan needs power. So this one happens to have the power loom here running through this hole and in through here to the light. Now in the past, when I've taken these off, there hasn't been any wiring in here, and I've had to drill a hole through here, and then you can tap into the power on the light. So if you had the little snap clips, you could attach the wires. You could just put the little snap clips on here and snap clips on here and tap into it that way. There's so much room in here, and there's plenty of wire on the Fan-Tastic fan that I'm just going to run it through here, and then I'm going to just tap into here, get new wire nuts, and we'll be all good. Another thing you have to do though is see how thick this is, which this roof is actually pretty darn thin. This is only about 1 3/4 inches or so thick right here. And this is the inside part, and you see how thick that is. That's about 4 inches or so. So what you have to do is we're going to have to mark this where it's at, and then I'm going to have to get some cutters, and we're going to have to trim this down all the way around so it fits. Because when it goes together, it slides in these little grooves that are here on the Fan-Tastic fan. It slides in there just like that all the way around. So to make it fit though, in this thin roof, we're going to have to go ahead and cut this down and make it fit right. So you can see here it's just under 2 inches, about 1 7/8 inches. So it has a lip to go into, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it about 1 3/4 inches. So there's a couple different products you can use to go ahead and put on the vent or your regular vent that you're installing on top of the roof. One of the most common is going to be the butyl tape, this stuff here. Another product you can use is Lexel. Lexel works really well. From the factory, most of the time it's going to have some type of butyl tape, this putty type tape. Some people call it putty tape, butyl tape. That works really well. If you don't have any, Lexel is another great product you can use to go ahead and seal it. Works really well. It's waterproof. I've used this on many things, and this stuff is amazing on the outside of your trailer, inside of your trailer, everywhere. I have both, but I'm going to go ahead and replace it with the butyl tape just like it had on it before. All right, and there we go. Got the butyl tape all installed all the way around. Very easy to do. You just want to go over the holes there, so when you screw it down, it helps seal where the holes are, and it's just going to make a good seal all the way around. All right, let's go put it up top. All right, now that we got the Fan-Tastic fan in place, I like to come back inside and make sure that I'm pretty even all the way around. I got clearance for my wires over here. But you just want to make sure you're kind of even all the way around, and you are good. Let's go back up on the roof. Now that it is all situated where it needs to be and even, it's ready to screw down. All right, we got it all screwed down, good to go. Now we'll put some lap seal on it. So for this, I'm going to use this Dicor lap seal. This is a self-leveling. They have the same thing in a non-self-leveling, but the self-leveling stuff's really good. Definitely recommend it. All right, and here's what the self-leveling lap seal looks like after it's settled down. You just want to make sure you get it on the edge there so it flows over the edge, and you're all good. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and mark this at our 1 3/4 inches. There. Right there. Use this for our straight edge. Going to mark just like that all the way around, and then I'll go ahead and use a razor knife or cutters, whatever you got. I'm going to use a mixture of a razor knife and some snips to go ahead and get that cut down. So what I did is I just put a little slice down the corner and then scored it across the line here, and then you can go ahead and take it and it'll come right off. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that and do it on all the other sides. The razor knife here and just score it on your line. All right, after it's all cut, go ahead and test fit it. Make sure it fits up in the groove and everything, clears the wires, and everything is good to go. And this one fits fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and hook up the wiring here, and then we'll watch her purr. All right, so I got it all wired in, tapped into here, got the wire nuts on. It is all good to go. Do a little test run here. Oh, you know what? I bet you this one. Yep, they don't come on when the lid's closed. It won't come on. You have to have the lid open, which is cool. That's a safety device, I guess. There we go. All right, I went ahead and put some electrical tape on there as well, because you never know. These things are like bouncing earthquakes going down the road. Now we'll go ahead and put the trim skirt back up, reattach the light, and we are done. Well, we are all finished up. Everything is put back together, Ready to rock and roll. Let's turn this bad boy on. There we go. Now these different Fan-Tastic fans have different settings on them. Some are more basic, some only blow out. This one here blows out, or you can switch it here. You turn it off here. I'm gonna wait till it's done spinning here before I turn it on, but all we gotta do here is flip this to in, then we can turn this on, and now it's gonna go ahead and push air in. They work great. Pretty fantastic. All right, well, that's going to do it for the installation of the Fan-Tastic fan. As you can see, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and I bet you can do it yourself. Stay tuned, because in upcoming videos, I'm going to be turning this queen bed into 2 twin beds, and I'm also installing a 300-watt Wrangler solar system for her. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the other Sisters on the Fly, don't forget to check that link down below and go check them out. They are pet friendly, so you can bring Fido if you'd like to. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.